Now it's time to start with the CSS part of the vowel checker application. So for that we need to use the style.css file. Inside of this particular file, first we need to select the body element, and inside of the body element we will be using the font family. This is the font family. Here I will be using the font which is sans serif. If I save it, then you can see now the font is applied to the vowel checker application. After that I will be here using the display to flex, and then I will be here adding the justify content to the center, and then I will be here using the align item property, and this is going to be the center as well. If I control save it, then you can see the content is actually shifted to the center of the screen. Then I will be providing here the 100 VH, which is for the height, and then after that I will be adding here a background, which is for the linear background color, and then here I will be using to right comma, and then we need to provide the color which is hash symbol 33001B. So this will be the first color that will be used for this particular linear gradient 001BB, and then we need to here provide the another color which is hashtag FF, with hash symbol FF, then 84. If I control save it, now you can see the color is applied to the vowel checker application, which is a linear gradient. Okay, then we need to actually apply the code for the container. So this is the container. Inside of the container, first we need to apply the background color. So here I will be using the RGBF function, which is this one. Then for this value is going to 255. Then for this one is also going to 255. And then the alpha is going to like 0.2. Control save it. Then you can see now the color is applied to the container as well. Then we need to add the backdrop filter. So this is like backdrop filter. So this is going to be like blur, and here I will be specifying the blurriness to 10 pixel. Control save it, and after that I will be adding here a box shadow. This is a box shadow, and here I will be adding 0 pixel. Then for the blurriness is going to be like 10 pixel. Then RGBA value, it is going to like 0, 0, 0, and for the alpha it is going to like 0.2. Okay, now you can see there is a box shadow is applied to the container, and after that I will be adding here a border radius property which is going to be like 10 pixel. Then I will be adding here a padding which is like 20 pixels, and after that I will be adding here a display property which is like display flex. Then we need to use the flex direction, so it is going to like column, and then we need to use here align items, which is also going to be the center of the screen. If I control save it, now you can see the content is arranged and also the padding applied, and the border radius is also applied to the container. Then we need to create the animation. So for that we need to create the keyframes for the neon glow. So here I will be using the keyframes. Then we need to specify the identifier, so it is like neon glow. Okay, so this will be the identifier. Then from, then we need to specify its block of code, and then here we need to specify the to, then its block of code. Inside of that, first we need to apply the box shadow, because we want to apply the animation inside the box shadow, so it is like 0 pixel, then 0 pixel, and then we need to also provide here 20 pixel, and then the color that we want to apply here, so it is the E61380. Okay, and then here we need to provide the 0 pixel, and again 0 pixel, and then we need to provide here a 30 pixels, and then the color which is CE, not X, it is like CE1C78. Okay, and then I need to specify here a comma again, and here also I need to specify the comma. Then again I will be here using the 0 pixels, the 0 pixels, and this one is for the 40 pixels. Then we need to apply the color code, which is like a hashtag, which is like hash symbol, not hashtag, FF0084. So this will be the color code. Okay, so now it is applied, and after the control save it. So right now you can say nothing is happening, because we also need to provide the code inside the phone. It is like box shadow. Then here we need to provide the 0 pixels, 0 pixels, 10 pixels again, and then I will be here using the RGBA function, which is like this one. Control save it. Now we need to use this animation inside the container. So it is like animation, then the name of the animation, you can see it actually gives the lots of values, so we need to remove it. So the first thing is we need to provide the name of the animation, which is neon glow. So this is the name of the animation. Alright, then we need to provide the duration, which is 1s, which is 1 second, and infinite, and we need to alternate. Control save it. Now you can see this particular animation is applied to the vowel checker container. Okay, so the next step is we need to apply the code for this particular h1 element. So coming back to the standard.css file, inside of the h1 element, first I will be applying the color. So color I want to display is the white color because the background color is dark, so that is the reason we need to apply a white color. Then we need to actually change the font size, which is like 36 pixel. Okay, and then we need to provide the margin bottom property, which is going to like 20 pixel. So that's marks the completion of the code for the h1 element. And after that we need to actually modify the code for the text area. So for that we need to use the text area, and here inside of that first we need to specify the width. So width is going to like 500 pixel. Then we need to specify the height. So height is going to like 350 pixel. Control save it. Now you can see the height of the text area is increased. Then we need to provide the margin property. So margin from top is going to like 10 pixel, and from left and right it is going to like auto. Okay, and after that we need to provide the display property. So display is going to like block. And then we need to actually provide here a font size property. So font size is going to like 24 pixel. So whenever we enter here text, it is going to like 24 pixel. And we need to provide here a padding property. So padding is going to like you can see now the padding is applied. Then we need to apply here a color property. So color, we have here using it to use the color property, and I will be here using the RGB. And then for providing the red, here we need to use these particular values, which is for the font color, which is for the pure black. Then we need to provide the border. Okay, so this is the border. Again I need to type here border. Actually it is not terminated, that is the reason the CSS code is not giving the suggestion by the Visual Studio Code. So it is like 1 pixel solid, and then we need to provide the color, which is the color like this one. Okay, and then we need to add here a border radius. Border radius is going to like 5 pixel. And after that we need to add here a resize property, which is going to be none. Now by applying this property we cannot resize the vowel checker text area. And after that we need to here add the animation code. So for that we again need to create the keyframe. So I'm again here using the keyframes. Then we need to provide the identifier name, which is actually a slide in. So this will be the identifier name. Then we need to use here a from. Then we need to start its block of code, and then we need to also provide here a 2. No text, it is like 2, and then we need to provide here a block of code. So here we need to provide the opacity. So opacity is going to like 1, and then we need to use the transform property. So transform, we need to translate it to y, and we need to provide here a 0. Similarly inside of the from we need to specify the opacity to 0, and then we need to here provide the transform to translate y, and here we need to specify the value, which is negative 20 pixel. Control save it. Now it's time to use this animation inside the text area. So here I will be using the animation. Then we need to first provide the slide in animation, which is the name of the animation. So make sure the spellings are correct. Slide in, then we need to specify the duration, which is 1 second. Then we are going to use the function, which is age. If I control save it, you can see now the text area content is sliding. Alright. Then we need to apply the code for the button, because we need to modify the code for the button. So here I am going to select the button. Inside of the button, first we need to specify the padding. So padding from top is going to like 15 pixel, and from left and right it is going to be like 30 pixel. No 13, it's like 30 pixel. Then we need to specify the background color. So background color is like 4CA, and then here we need to apply the F50. So this will be the background color for the button. Then we need to provide the width. So width is going to like 500 pixel. And after that we need to provide the color property. So color is like hashtag 3 times F. Now you can see, and then we need to apply here a properties like border. So border is going to be like none. Then to apply the border radius. So border radius is going to be like so here we actually not apply border radius. No, let's apply the border radius, because otherwise it does not look good. You can see we have applied the border radius in the final version of the application as well. After that we need to increase the font size. So font size is going to be like 16 pixel. Then we need to increase the font weight. So font weight is going to be like bold, and then we need to change the text transform property. So it is going to be like uppercase. Now every character of the button is now in uppercase letter. Then we need to change the cursor. So like this is the cursor pointer, and then we need to apply the transition. So transition, we want to apply the transition to background color, and then we need to specify here color. Alright, and then to specify the time, which is 0.3s, and then we need to use the function which is ease. Okay, then we need to select the button again. Then we need to use its pseudo class which is the hover, and then we need to start its block of code, and inside of that we need to specify the background color, then the color code which is symbol 33022b. So this will be the color. So when I hover over it, then you can see now the color of the button is changing when I hover over to the button. Next we need to style this result element. Because it is an ID, so we are actually using here a hash symbol because it is an ID selector, and we specify the name of the selector which is result. So first thing is we need to change the font which is 20 pixel, and then we need to change its margin property. So margin from top is going to like 20 pixel, and after that we need to add here a color property. So color that I will be using here Azure color. So this will be the color that I will be used for the result element. You can see right now, and then the last property that I want to apply is the font weight property. So this will be the font weight property. Then we are actually going to use here a bold. Also we need to add here a neon glow text animation. So I am actually going to use the same animation which is neon glow. So you can see right now here this is a neon glow animation at the top. If I just go back here, so I'm going to use the same animation code. So I'm going to copy this code from here, and coming back to the result elements, if I paste it here, then you can see now the neon glow animation is also applied to the result one. Okay, so our next step is to start with the JavaScript part for this particular project, which is the vowel checker application.